features. So relief features are nothing but the physical features. So physical features in the sense mountains, hills, valleys and all these kinds of features. And when it comes to our country, we will be having 6 relief divisions for our country. So for our country, we will be having 6 relief divisions. So they are: 1 Himalayas, second one is called Indo-Gangetic Plains, and the third one is called Peninsular Plateau, and the fourth one is called Northern Plains, fifth one is deserts, and the last one is sixth one is called islands. So these are all the relief divisions of our country. Now we are going to discuss about the first relief division of our country, which is Himalayas. So as we all know, Himalayas are present in the northern part of our country. They travel from western direction to eastern direction. So their total length will be some around 2400 kilometers. So in western regions, its width will be some around 500 meters, and as we go towards the eastern side, its width will be reduced and it will come down to some around 200 meters. So from that we can know that in western direction we will be having the width of Himalayas higher, and in eastern directions the width of Himalayas will be lesser. So in Himalayas itself we will be having different ranges. In Himalayas we will be having different ranges. So different altitudes we will be having, different valleys, different plateaus, everything it will be. So in Himalayas we will be having 3 parts. In Himalayas we will be having 3 parts. So the first and the top part is called Greater Himalayas or Himadri. So what is it called? Greater Himalayas or Himadri. So when it comes to Greater Himalayas or Himadri, so we will be having the highest ranges in this region. So we will be having highest ranges in this region. So average altitude in this region, it will be around 6100 meters. So when it comes to this region, so this region is mostly covered with snow. This region is mostly covered with snow. So we will be having glaciers, mountains, everything covered with snow. So once we have snow in this region, so we will be having, once this ice melts, we will be having so many rivers originating from this region. So we will be having so many rivers originating from this region. So this is Himalayas or Greater Himalayas. This is Greater Himalayas. So when it comes to the southern part of Greater Himalayas, we will be having the next region. We will be having the next region, which is second region of Himalayas, and it's called Lesser Himalayas. It's called Lesser Himalayas. So in this Lesser Himalayas, we will be having mainly rocks and hills. We will be having mainly rocks and hills. So in this region, we will be having famous valleys which are present in Kashmir and which are present in Himachal Pradesh. Apart from this, when it comes to the altitude of this area, it will be some around 3700 to 4500 meters. The altitude in Lesser Himalayas, it will be ranging from 3700 to 4500 meters. So in this Lesser Himalayas itself, we will be having famous hill stations which are present in Shimla and other places. In this Lesser Himalayas itself, we will be having famous hill stations. So this is about Lesser Himalayas, which is the second part of our Himalayas. So moving to the next part of Himalayas, it's called Shivaliks. It's called Shivaliks. So Shivaliks will be present in the southernmost part of Himalayas. So Shivaliks will be present in the southernmost part of Himalayas. So in this region also we will be having mainly rocks and hills itself. In this region also we will be having mainly rocks and hills, and we will be having few valleys also. We will be having few valleys also. So when it comes to this Shivaliks, this name Shivaliks is pronounced with different names in different parts of the countries. So in this region, so we will be having few valleys in between Lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks, and those regions are called duns. These regions are called duns. So we will be having famous Dun, Dehradun and all these kinds of places in this Shivaliks itself. As Himalayas traveling towards the eastern part of our country, so we will be having Brahmaputra valleys. We will be having Brahmaputra valleys, and it will be taking south turn. So eastern or Himalayas will be taking south turn, and they will be acting as the barriers in northeast states. we have so many advantages with Himalayas. So Himalayas will be acting as the barriers and they will be preventing cold winds which are coming from the Central Asia. So what they will be doing it? So they will be acting as the barriers and they will stop all the cold winds which are coming towards our country during our winter season. Because of Himalayas itself we will be having monsoon climate. So from Himalayas we will be having so many rivers formed. So as we all know, Ganga and all these kinds of rivers, so many rivers are formed from Himalayas itself. So that rivers are only useful for cultivation. So this is Himalayas and everything related to Himalayas. So hope that you have understood and we'll meet in our next